So it's an exciting day in Wisconsin today because while the Bucks are playing in the NBA Finals Game 6 tonight, they've got a chance to win it all. They have a chance to win the NBA championship tonight. So it's an exciting day. Excited to see how the game turns out tonight. Hopefully the Bucks are able to do it. Yeah, it's awesome. It's exciting. There's been a lot of fun things with this deep playoff run they've had, and I'll be the first to admit I've not been following very closely throughout the season, but as things continue to go further and further, I followed a bit more and a bit more. Part of it's just because I don't have the channel at home that has their games throughout the season, so it makes it hard to follow them. But anyway, either way, I've been kind of loosely paying attention, and as we get further, paying more attention and more attention. And one of the things I've noticed is that I'm not the only one who's been paying more attention. It's interesting in Wisconsin here. Since I've been living here, I've noticed that the Bucks traditionally have kind of been what I would call the forgotten Wisconsin professional team. Like, of course, everybody talks with the Packers. People, of course, especially here in Cottage Grove in the Madison area, everybody talks about the Badgers all the time. I hear about people going to Brewers games all the time. People talk about the Brewers, but a lot of times you don't hear people talking about the Bucks. But over the last few years, as with Giannis being there and everything, like I've heard more conversation with the Bucks, and especially right now, of course, people are talking about and excited about the Bucks. Now you could say, well, I guess that just means Wisconsin's a bunch of bandwagon fans and whatever. We could debate that later, but I don't think so. I think it's more just like when you see a team having some success and when you see a team doing some exciting things, it catches your attention. It gets you excited, and that excitement rubs off, and yeah, it's just a good thing that when a team is really working together, doing good things, accomplishing good things, that there's an excitement that grows. Which has me just thinking a bit about our Christian faith today. Are we seeing that God is accomplishing things in us today, and do we have an excitement that is in us today? Or sometimes do we kind of forget about what God is doing? I hear people all the time and they talk about how, man, it's tough to be a Christian in our world today. There's so much negative stuff in our world today. Like, the world is so bad today and things like that. And kind of having this defeatist attitude. And I just wonder, is it? I mean, yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff going on in our world today. But, Solomon talks in the Old Testament like there's nothing new under the sun. I think, this is just kind of my personal take, but I guess maybe it's not, because like Solomon said, there's nothing new under the sun, right? There's always been this stuff, and the way I like to think about it is, I don't think the world's any worse. I think it's just different. It's just different challenges and different times. And reality is, well, whatever your perspective is on that, the truth is, God's winning. God is winning. In our lesson that we're studying this coming Sunday in 1 Corinthians 15, it talks about giving praise and favor to God, who is giving us the victory. And the word's in a present tense. God has given us victory. It might not look like it all the time. It might not seem like it. But remember, when Jesus died on the cross, it didn't look like victory. It looked like defeat. It looked like death. But that's exactly the way God was conquering our sin, conquering our death, was through death. If we open up our eyes and recognize that God's will is being done, that God is accomplishing His plan and His purpose all around us, if we see that He is giving us victory today and embrace that, maybe some excitement can pick up some more. Maybe not just in our own lives, but excitement that feeds and grows to the world around us. Let's do that. Let's embrace victory. Let's embrace that God is accomplishing things. And like the scripture says, no plan of His can be thwarted. God is working today. He is giving you victory today. Let's embrace the excitement. Let's watch it grow.